Hello, Void Dwellers. To those who don't know him, DarkMatter2525, stupid name, is a YouTuber that has been making atheist videos for about 15 years now. He has over 700,000 subscribers. I used to watch his videos a lot back in the day. They were mostly bad animation done in a comedic, satiric way to bring forward the awfulness of many biblical stories by today's moral standards. I liked these videos a lot for a few years, like 15 years ago. Then I kinda lost the interest because I felt the point was made and it was just becoming more of the same really, and I moved on. In recent years, he started doing these on-camera rants, maybe to shake up the format a bit, but watching a couple of those, I realized he was just either reading his cringingly bad fiction, or repeating the same messages that he was preaching in his cartoons, basically, Bible bad, religious people are stupid and evil, and that's it. The kind of shit that Raz from 15 years ago maybe found slightly entertaining, but today I believe this kind of condescending and hateful atheism has caused more harm than good. And I'm saying that as an atheist who really do wish the entire world would abandon the pursuit of gods. I think the world would be better off without religion. But I believe that putting people down for something that is apparently very much a part of the human psyche is not going to work. In fact, if you study a little bit of history and human psychology, you'd know that you might end up getting the opposite result. Condescending atheism enforced by force was what turned countries like Iran and Turkey from modern westernized countries to Islamic hellholes. It's a counter-reaction to being oppressed. So yeah, I don't believe in that kind of atheism anymore, and I therefore stopped watching DarkMatter2525's videos. But now I saw he posted a video of himself with the title I'm done, so of course I clicked on it, thinking this was like I'm retiring the channel kind of thing. And he started the video with a point I can definitely agree with. He wonders about the diversity in the human creature, and by which he means how can we have people who can find the Higgs boson and at the same time have people who can't even understand that the world is round. Now, I'll tell you the truth. I was about to show parts of his video here, and I really don't want to do that, because that would require me to screen capture his video, and it would add to my editing time, and I really just don't want to do that. So I'm just gonna tell you, okay? And if you want, you can find him on your own. So, suddenly, the video takes a very annoyingly and all too familiar at this point, anti-Semitic turn. And the thing he starts ranting about is, of course, the genocide blood libel. By the way, he makes an error there, a narrative error there, that the pro-antisemitism side would not like, because he recognizes us Jews with the ancient Israelites, which makes us the natives of the area. But that's besides the point. From that moment when he starts ranting about evil Jews genociding, the video just goes into all anti-Semitic tropes and conspiracy theories you can think of. It's pretty much evil Jews are just murdering civilians on purpose because they get off on it. That kind of thing. But you know what? People like DarkMatter2525 have convinced me. They convinced me that I was wrong all my life. I was wrong, completely and utterly. See, as those of you who are familiar with my channel know, I was a leftist hippie for most of my life. I didn't serve in the IDF, I was a supporter of the two-state solution, I demonstrated against the occupation. And I used to always say the hate we get around the world is because of things like the occupation. The last year has proven how wrong I was all along. People like DarkMatter2525 proved to me how wrong I was all along. Because the truth is, it doesn't matter what we do or what is being done to us. They'll hate us either way. The problem is far deeper than that, far more media, academia, and government related. In the past, it was Jews are poisoning the wells. Then it was Jews are betraying the German people. Now it's Jews are committing genocide. And facts be damned. Oh no, it's genocide, even though they base the entire thing on numbers they get from a murderous terror organization, numbers that, when analyzed by data scientists, turn out to be bogus. But no, it's genocide. Even though we know we took out around 20,000 of Hamas militants, which means that even if the fake numbers are real, Israel has the lowest militant to civilian ratio in the history of urban warfare. And that's fighting against a terror organization that works from within the population and uses it as a human shield and actually wants high civilian casualty numbers, as was repeatedly documented by both the UN and other governments around the world. But no, it's genocide. Even though the war could have ended the moment it started if they just released the hostages. But no, it's genocide. Even though Israel has been bringing in aid while our hostages were tortured, raped, murdered, and wouldn't even have the chance to see anyone from the Red Cross. But no, it's genocide. Even though Israel stopped the fighting to have a vaccination operation to save the enemy's civilian population on the expense of the Israeli taxpayer. What the actual fuck? What kind of a genocide includes stopping everything and giving the population vaccines? But no, it's genocide. Because like I said, I was wrong. It doesn't matter. Reality doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what we do. It doesn't matter what is done to us. Hell, they've been saying we're genociding the Palestinians long before the war. And back then, I asked some pro-antisemitism, how can it be genocide if the population keeps growing? And they said, oh, we mean cultural genocide. Because the point is not facts. The point is not reality. The point is not, the actual meaning of words. The point is to lay the ground for the next Holocaust. That's the point. Do you think the Nazis just one day turned on the Jews? Of course not. First, there was a campaign for decades, a campaign of lies and fear-mongering, done through the press and through academia, much like today. Jews were blamed for everything from the reason Germany lost World War I to the rise in poverty and crime, and were told to be inertly evil. And that campaign led to several attacks on the Jewish community, much like today. Then, when the public was good and angry, blind and insane with fear of what those evil Jews are doing to Germany, that's when the final solution was put into motion. And the same thing is happening now. Only now we have Israel and the IDF, so we can actually defend ourselves. Which is why they hate it so much. But Jewish communities in the West are going to suffer. This war would soon end. And when it does, I promise you the levels of anti-Semitism in the West will not go down. The genocide blood libel is going to be used to raise more anger and hate. So like I said in a different video, we must change our ways. That is the lesson. We must stop believing that if we're nice, they'll accept us. Not that I think we need to abandon our moral compass, we definitely shouldn't. If we become as savage as the savages who hate us, they win. No, we must remain moral, but not for them, for us. As for them, we need to realize that lowering your head and asking for fairness will only get your head chopped off. I said it before, we need to learn from the black community in America. We need to make them afraid of being anti-Semitic, like they are afraid of being racist. We need to expose the media, the true face of academia, and the coward governments of the world who in their official reports admit there is no genocide and there is aid coming in all the time, but are too afraid to not be re-elected if they go against the narrative pushed by the anti-Semitic media and academia. So thank you, DarkMatter2525. I know you want to open people's eyes to the truth, and I can testify you succeeded with this lowly Jew. You took a hippie and you made him into a rationalist. Not sure gratitude is what I feel, more like exasperated, disappointed in myself for not going with my gut feeling and realizing what an uneducated, hateful asshole you really are from the start. But hey, you live and learn. Well, not you, but some of us. I guess that's why you spend so much of your life hating on religious people? Because some part of you recognizes yourself in them? You and all those like you are such textbook. I wish humanity was smarter and kinder. I wish humanity lived up to its potential. Hell, I wish I still believed humanity had potential. But most of all, I wish people would just stop being boring. But I guess that's too much to ask from someone who's been doing the same fucking thing over and over and over for fucking 15 years. It's funny, for someone who likes to push the idea of evolution, you sure don't like to take part in it, do you?